Purchase applications are up. That's our topic for this morning's Backstage Pass. Good morning, I'm James Lopez, President at HomeFi Corporation. Before we get into our topic this morning, let's talk about the bond market real quick and just give you some idea about what's going on today. As of the time recording, mortgage bonds are up 55 basis points. That's up. Yes, I said that. And the 10-year yield is down about 16 basis points. 10-year yield broke underneath the 3.25% inflection point that we were really kind of paying attention to. That means there's a lot of space to go underneath that, and we're kind of targeting that 3%. And look, this is good for mortgage rates. This means that mortgage rates are going to open up better than where they closed off yesterday, which is good news, alleviate a little bit of pressure for today. Now look, what we're seeing it could be a response to what the global markets are seeing as a possible slowdown. So could be the beginnings of the effects of the Fed to fight inflation and what the markets perceive as a slowdown in the global economy. And so it's kind of what we think the markets and specifically the bond markets are responding to right now. And that could be some good news. Again, it could mean that the Fed's efforts are starting to have at least some effect. And remember, it's like we said yesterday, as inflation rises, mortgage interest rates rise. As inflation comes back down, we will see mortgage rates decline. And so that's what we're hoping we're starting to see just a glimpse of right now. Time will tell. But again, for today, we'll take the gains. Now, Fed Chair Jerome Powell, he is going to be, he's actually speaking in front of Congress right now, giving a testimony in front of Congress. And, if there's anything that's newsworthy or noteworthy that he says out of his congressional testimony, we'll let you know. So far, it's been received in stride by markets, so they're not responding, positively or negatively about anything that he said so far. But if he does say something that, moves the markets, we'll be sure to let you know. In addition to that, the markets, we are in a pretty broad sideways range on the mortgage bond and in the 10-year yield as well. And so there's a lot of room to move. And so if there's anything that happens that causes the markets to move, again, we will let you know. Now, on to our topic for today. Mortgage Bankers Association released their application data for the end of last week, and it shows that purchases rose week over week by 8%, and now we're down only 10% year over year. Now, the reason why I say only is because just a few weeks ago, we were down 20% year over year. That was the week of Memorial Day, and Mortgage Bankers Association doesn't do necessarily a great job by seasonally adjusting their data. So we did expect to see that come back up, and it has the past couple of weeks. Mortgage applications for purchases specifically have been growing steadily. Again, we were up last week 8% week over week, and now we're down 10% year over year. Now, one interesting thing to note that about the mortgage rates themselves, MBA released their data for the mortgage interest rates week over week, and last week mortgage interest rates went up to about 5.98%, and that's paying about a point to get that rate, and so that was the rate for last week. Now, refinances decreased 3% week over week, and are now down to 77% year over year. And last week, refinances dipped under 30% of all the total transactions. In addition, ARMs made up about 10% of all transactions. Now, look, that's all the news that we have for today. Told you yesterday, it's kind of a quiet week this week. We're looking forward to some data that's going to be coming out on Friday for new home sales. That's going to be an important data for us. But for now, that's all we have. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Hope you have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.